Testing. Let's see. Cool. Awesome. Let me move my camera a little bit. There we go. Hey, everybody. Thank you for joining. We're going to be talking about Amazon, and this webinar is really to help you find a successful product and sell on Amazon. I hope you take a lot of value from this. So let's dive in. And right now, it's going to be to use this strategy, a lot of strategies in this, to get your first $3,000 on Amazon. Let's dive in. So this webinar is not about drop shipping. Drop shipping is technically not allowed on Amazon, so we're not going to talk about that. And it's not a get rich quick scheme, but it is about how to successfully launch a product on Amazon, how to ensure your first product makes at least $3,000 in the first month, and how to improve your current Amazon success. If you stay until the end, you're going to be getting manufacturer research checklist, product research checklist, copy of steps to launch on Amazon yourself, an Amazon suspension guide, and an Amazon first image guide. All of these have been guides I've made myself through selling on Amazon myself and helping clients sell on Amazon. You may have been through the steps to launch your own product. And if you've ever gotten suspended, it's a pain. So you're going to need it long term. So we're going to start off. Have you ever wanted to make $1 million? And of course we all have. And that's when I'm going to talk about my first client, AccuLeaf. And here's AccuLeaf. So what it is a device. You put it on your hand if you have a headache, and it touches your pressure point to help relieve a headache. And here it is on Amazon right now with 19,000 reviews. They have a 3-pack. And right now you can see the AMZScout tool, how much they're making per month. And you can see just one of their products, just the 1-pack, is making $30,000 a month on Amazon. And this is one of our clients that we helped expand internationally. And here's their back end on Amazon. So they first started with one product. It was just the green AccuLeaf. We helped we managed them. And it's always great to expand your options. So they launched a 2-pack AccuLeaf, a 3-pack. You can see a 4-pack. The color black, blue, green. And of course, for women, we launched the pink color, and then sales started to double. They started to triple. And here's the owner right here. After managing them for 2 years, we brought the sales from $10,000 a month to $92,000 a month. And again, that was just looking at a product and seeing what can you do, listening to the customers. The customers, they wanted a pink size. Everybody's hand's different. So they wanted something that's smaller. They wanted something that's larger, depending on your hand size. So we came in, we looked at the negative reviews. We looked at what the customers are saying. And that's what you should be doing as well when you're selling on Amazon. Recently, the owner decided to sell their Amazon company, and we were a part of the sale. I saw exactly how you can build a company up from $10,000 a month to $100,000 a month. And he sold his company for over $3 million, which was awesome. On top of that, he also got royalties. So every time they make a sale, he gets a percentage back. That was one of the best deals I've ever seen. And that's when I was like, Amazon is amazing. If somebody can start something from scratch and completely succeed, make millions of dollars, but also he's still getting paid on top of that. So I saw that firsthand. I was a part of the sale. It was super exciting. Here's the pink color. We also had made how-to directions. If you're selling on Amazon, you really need to make your product easy to understand. And so that we do videos. So making sure you have videos on how to use your product. Make it as easy as possible, because people, they don't know how to use products. Even if it's easy to you, sometimes it's not easy to them. And even this hand clip, they weren't able to use it without directions. And then here's our second client. So one of our other clients is called the Woobles. And as you can see, they're very cute. This is a crochet kit. This should get your creativity juices flowing just to see. We went from a clip to a crochet kit to a hobby, and they're making millions of dollars on Amazon as well. You can Google them. You can check them up on Amazon. It's a really cool product. And here they are. They made a how to make Something that's a hobby, crocheting. You know, we've all know people that crochet or love to crochet, and they made a product that could successfully launch on Amazon. So a hobby into a reality. How to make your own chick, a bunny, a lion, a fox. We actually created their Amazon Seller Central account from scratch. So they weren't even on Amazon. We made it from scratch. We created all of their listings from scratch. We created all of their titles, their bullet points, their A+ content. The first time they were on Amazon, we helped them launch 5 crochet kits. So here's the 4, and then the other one is a penguin. The penguin was the best seller. We ran their Amazon ads, and then we managed their entire account. So it's definitely great to see. And they did, in the first 12 months, they did start to make $700,000 a month. You can check them up on Amazon right now. Here's their #1 seller, the penguin, and it was Pierre the penguin. And as you can see, it's totally worth it. And then here is AMZScout. So AMZScout, you can see how much they're making per month, right? And you can see their estimated monthly revenue right here is $679,000 a month, which is completely insane on crochet kits. Here's their back end. So when we're managing their account, I just took a screenshot of their back end. And here's the price that they're selling a crochet kit for. So $29.97, 3,000 sold in the past month. And then another client, again, this is to get your creativity juices flowing on any product can be successful. This is a portable campfire. So again, one of our clients, we increased their sales by 10,000 in a month, and we just made some minor adjustments. Sometimes it just takes minor adjustments for you to succeed on Amazon. So here's their product on the left. As you can see, it's a portable campfire. That's what it is. And you can see their sales on the right. Some of their products are making 10,000 a month. One of them is making 60,000 a month. And when I first went on their account, this was their photo on the left. So if you look at, when you're selling a product, you need to look at the photo, have your friends look at the photo, have a 10-year-old look at the photo. And if they don't know exactly what the product does or what the product is, you're not optimizing yourself and generating as much sales as you should. I looked at their product and I was like, what are these little pieces of coal? Let's put it on fire. That's what it's supposed to be. So we changed it from the left to the right. And when I tell you sales exploded after that, it did. I mean, because people all automatically knew what it was. I'm sure you're even looking at it and was like, wow, that's a night and day change. We made more secondary photos. So how it flames in seconds. It's easy to light. No cleanup necessary. People were asking, how's the cleanup? When you clean up a bonfire, if you ever started your own, it's a lot of work to start up. It's a lot of work to clean up. So we solved that issue and we put those in the photos. So before the customer even purchased, they knew this was the purchase for them. So look at the customer and look at their problems and figure out what you can do. Here's their back end on Amazon. And then here's their product description if you know what A+ content is. I know how much does it cost to get started, Helen? I just wanted to jump in. I saw a question. We're going to be going over how much everything costs at the end. So at the end, we're going to be going over everything. And then this is brand story. So this is a story you can tell about your product, and we help them with a brand story as well. So you saw the radiate, right? Once you have a successful product, it's time to double down and see what else can you do with your success. And of course, you saw the portable campfire. We made mini portable campfires, right? So instead of the big one, we also started selling a little one. We said, hey, you should have mini ones because nobody can carry around a big one all the time. Let's have mini campfires that you can put in your car, in your backpack, on the go. So they started to launch mini campfires, and that did even better. So always think outside of the box. What can the customer want? What can the customer do? Once you get successful, there's going to be fakes on Amazon. People are going to get jealous. They're going to try to take your sales. That's when infringement comes in. So we do infringement as well. And we were removing fakes on Alibaba, on AliExpress, if you know those platforms. So my question to you is, what's your hardest part about selling on Amazon? If you're not selling on Amazon, maybe it's finding a product. If you are selling on Amazon, maybe you don't know if your listing is good. Is your first image good? I showed you Radiate. Their first image was night and day. Is it generating reviews? What's your hardest part about selling on Amazon? And feel free to just put it in the chat. Images is a big one. Images make a big difference because humans were naturally visual. So if you don't have good images, we're automatically going to go to a competitor. Finding a product is one of the hardest things. And we're going to be going over in this webinar, finding your own product. And throughout the webinar, I want you to think, this helped me succeed on Amazon because it is a grind. What do you want to get out of Amazon, right? Of course you want money, right? But throughout this webinar, create your own goal. Do you want to spend more time with loved ones, right? If you're making sales every day, you can have time, you can make time, you can help, it can help you travel the world. Why am I doing this? I want to build something, a product that I can hand down to my kids, right? I want to start something that can help support my family for forever, of course. But that's the goal. Try to create a goal. It's going to help you in the long run. And that way, when you wake up, you're like, what are you doing this for? Oh, I want to spend more time with my wife. I want to spend more time with my kids. I want to get in shape. I can finally have time to work out and not stress, right? So try to have a goal. That's just my recommendation. And it really only takes one product to change your life, right? You saw the crochet kits. I'm going to be honest. You guys could probably learn crochet and you probably could have done that yourself. Let's be honest. So it really just takes one product. Who am I? I'm going to go over who I am. I started a company called EHP Consulting Group. We help people, we help businesses sell on Amazon. We help you find products. We help you manage your products, all that fun stuff. It's mainly Amazon. We don't do Facebook and all that fun. We just focus on Amazon because that's what I know. So in 2017, I went to college. I'm a major in cybersecurity. So I went to the University of Tampa and it was great, but I love sales. I always wanted to sell. And I always talked to my college professors, hey, do you sell online? Nobody sold online. So I had to figure it out myself. And I was like, this is my time to learn. And I helped start a company called I Spy Pens. So here's the little team. We were all in college. I'm all the way to the left with the blue tie. My business partner was all the way to the right with the red tie. And our first product was a pen, right? You can steal this idea, okay? It was a pen and it had a camera in it, okay? So that was the first idea, something everybody uses pens, right? And it had a camera in it. You could click it and you could record videos on this pen. That was my first idea. And it blew up, right? We made $100,000 on Amazon and, you know, everybody went crazy. I was like, this is insane. I can pay for my college, right? And it was a great opportunity to learn how to sell on Amazon. The most important thing is learning. So we learned. And then we got suspended. So you're not allowed, we found out you're not allowed to sell hidden cameras in the United States. There's certain states you're not allowed to have hidden cameras. Amazon, we got 100,000 and then they suspended us. It was a good learning lesson. We got our account reactivated, but Amazon said you are not allowed to sell those spy pens again. So that's when I was like, okay, what do I want to do? I could start another product. I learned a lot. I had a mentor and he helped me. He said, you already know how to sell on Amazon. You've done it. Help other people sell on Amazon. That's going to help you become better. So that's when I started EHP Consulting Group, where I already learned how to sell on Amazon. Yes, it wasn't the best product, but I learned something. And then I started company. That's when I got AccuLeaf in 2018. I helped expand them. I helped build them. That's when if you've seen the TV show Shark Tank, that's when we got clients like the Woobles, Radiate. I met with them. They were on Shark Tank. They needed help on Amazon. They trusted me. They saw what I did for iSpy pens, and I showed them what I did, and they wanted my service. And then I started to build a team. So once you start to get good at something, you need to train others under you. And that's when I started to build a team. Right now we're at 50 people. You can see there I am right in the middle. It's an awesome team right now, and we're all working together. We have people who specialize in customer service, design, everything you can name. Here's some case studies, some of our clients that we currently worked with and have worked with, fixing listings to product launches and everything in between. And then we also have some video testimonials on our website. Feel free to type in EHP Consulting Group and you'll be able to see more about us. You'll see my face, so you'll know it's me. And here's our social media, EHP Consulting Team. Check out our YouTube, EHP Consulting Group. Very good. I try to provide as much free content as I can to help you succeed on Amazon because I know how hard it is and I really enjoy what I do. Okay, so let's dive into the nitty gritty. You want to find a product. I'm going to be giving you a product today for free. I found it. I'm just going to give it to you guys. We're going to get there. But the first step to get $3,000 for your first product launch is you need to have a good product. Product is everything, okay? Once you find a product, which I'm going to explain to you, you need to test the number one competitor. So you have to actually go on Amazon and you have to buy the competitor's product. You need to test it and you need to make sure your product is better. You can't look at their images. You have to actually buy their product. That's the only way to truly test if your product is better than the competition. Don't just assume. Make your product better. Create a strategy. How is your product going to be better? I like to look at the competitors' negative reviews as well. What are their negative reviews? Slow. If you're selling Radiate, maybe their fire doesn't last as long. You can have one that lasts as longer than theirs. And then you can successfully launch the product. And then you constantly improve. You're going to get negative reviews. You're going to need to improve your product. Maybe you create a smaller size. You create a larger size. If you were the Woobles, maybe somebody wants a dinosaur. You teach them how to crochet a dinosaur, right? You listen to your customers once you launch a product. In today's video, we're going to be going over the steps in orange, right? So product, you find a manufacturer, how to do a test buy, creating an updated list of what yours needs to be better, how to create a logo, and to create a listing. I can go over all of them, but it's going to take way too long. So in the next video after this, at the end of the video, we'll show you how you can meet with me again, and we can go over the rest of the steps. Awesome. A lot of the questions I'm going to be answering towards the end, but feel free to ask them, and I will be answering them towards the end of the video. Lettercount.com is a free tool I love to use. Grammarly.com, Fiverr.com, AMZScout, G-Sheet, AMZScout's profit calculator tool. Feel free to take a screenshot of this. I don't know if this webinar is going to be shared. It's up to AMZScout, but these are awesome tools that I use almost every single day. Just check them out. Toolbox and what you need basic English to succeed on Amazon. I'm just being honest. I face a lot of Chinese competitors and they're so easy to beat because they don't have basic English. That's where Grammarly comes in. That's where practice comes in. Practice makes perfect. You need to have the ability to think like the customer. So don't have ego. Don't think your product is the best. Think like the customer. And you need to have a basic understanding of Amazon PPC. You can go to YouTube right now and type in Amazon PPC basics or look at some of my videos. or just anybody else's, you'll be able to learn just the basics. You don't need to know too much. Depending on your product, you may need a budget of $5,000 to $10,000. That's not to pay me. That's not to pay AMZScout. That's to pay to actually buy the product, right? So that's you may need 5,000. It could be less depending on what it is, but just have that in mind that you may need that to start. Okay, so step one is finding a good product. So what do you love? What do you specialize in? This is the easiest way to find a product. I have a client and I worked with him and he was trying to find a product. I found out he fixes ACs for a living. So he has an HVAC company. So he makes sure the heat's working. He makes sure the air is working in houses. And I said, why don't we make tools on fixing HVAC? So we made a tool to fix HVACs. He specializes in it. So it was so much easier. Maybe you crochet, right? If you crochet, you can see you can make a business out of it. Maybe you sew. Do you have an airsoft hobby, right? You can have different types of airsoft equipment. Do you love golf? Golf products make a lot of money. If you love golf, I don't golf, but I know these golfing products make so much money. I have my eye doctor wants to sell on Amazon, and now we're making eye drops. If I tried to make eye drops, it would fail because I'd probably mess up my eyes and go blind. But my eye doctor, he knows what ingredients to put in there. So that way it helps improve your eyes, helps improve your vision, right? So think about, is there anything that you specialize in, right? Here's one of the products that my client sells. This is an HVAC tool. And he said that we need a better HVAC tool. So this is what we pretty much invented with him. And you want to create a Google sheet. Whenever you're out and about or you're thinking about new products, you want to write it down in your Google sheet. I have a list of over 1,000 product ideas I just wrote down randomly. So make sure if you see something cool on TikTok, you see something cool on Amazon, you're scrolling Facebook and you see something that's cool, a cool product, write it down on a G Sheet. Just make a list and the G Sheet automatically saves. It's a free tool. I love it. And then on TikTok, hashtag TikTok made me buy it. That's a hashtag where you can find all of the trending products. Some people say that if you see a trending product, it's already successful on Amazon. And that's not the case. I found a lot of TikTok products that are only on TikTok. They decided not to sell it on Amazon. So it's your time to double down, buy it on TikTok, test it out, and then relaunch it on Amazon. I'm going to be going through how to do that and to work with a manufacturer soon. Shark Tank products. So there's the woobles right there, right? You could potentially try to compete against them. But again, there's Shark Tank products. If you just type in Shark Tank products on Google, it's going to give you each and every Shark Tank product that there's ever been. Some of them never got aired. So they haven't been seen before. They weren't aired. You could take those products, check them out, and try to come up with some ideas on what you could launch. And then AMZ has a product database. So you can go to AMZScout.com and then you can scout millions of products. So this also helps you organize your thoughts and type in, you can click trending products so you can find the most recent trending products. So you can type in this and then type in golf or portable vacuum, right? And try to type in vacuum. Toothbrush. Maybe there's a new type of toothbrush that's trending. So you can utilize AMZScout's tool to help you organize your thoughts and find better products a lot faster than randomly searching on Amazon. And you can filter it, which is very nice. You can also get the top 1,000 best-selling products in any category. Choose products to start selling with low initial costs. You can also put the costs in, filter the costs on how much it would cost. On the top of my head, there's like a gag gift, GAG gift. Those are very cheap to start, and you could make a lot of money off of those. Product score for reselling. You can also see AMZScout's score for reselling. 10 is the best. So if you find a product that's a 10, You could most likely resell it or private label it yourself. PL means private label it and put your own brand on it. Like this dog hair vacuum, which I probably need for my dog. And this is where AMZScout shines. It gives you a score to help you figure out if the product's going to be a winner or if it's going to be a loser. And then the product analysis. So what problem are we solving? If we can go back to the crochet kits, right? So what problem are we solving? I want to learn crochet. I could go on YouTube and now I need to go out. I got to buy the yarn. I've got to buy the scissors. But instead I can make a kit and I can have a video and everything you need is in the kit. AccuLeaf, it's a clip that helps resolve headaches. So what problem are you solving, right? And then how can you solve it? What are the features that you can add? Maybe there's special video directions. Maybe you're an expert at crocheting, so it's going to be a lot easier for you to make a video explaining it. What do you need to design and how can we actually do it? Can we actually make it? So get your G sheet, get AMZScout out, and ensure all the competitors are making at least $10,000 a month. So when you're selling a product, you want to make sure the competitors are making money. If you're using AMZScout, there's a tool and it tells you, I showed you pictures, how much money they're making per month. If the competitors are all making $1,000 a month, it's not a good niche to be in, right? You want to be in a niche. And so launching a product where everybody's making money. If everybody's making money, everybody wins. It's hard to find those types of products. But here's the Pro extension, and this is the one that tells you exactly how much the competitors are making per month on Amazon. Here's an example. This is the product that we're going to be talking about today. It only has 3 competitors. Feel free to take this idea. This can be yours. It's a touchless vacuum. It's making $400,000 a month on Amazon right now. I know this because of AMZScout's tool. You can search directly. You can type in touchless vacuum and you can see all of the competitors right here. You can see the reselling is 10 for this product. And we're going to do a live demo of the AMZScout so I can just show you really quick. Turn on screen share. Let's see if this works. Okay, so here's AMZScout's database right here. And we're going to go to Amazon and we're going to type in touchless vacuum. You can do this with me if you want. And then you can use AMZScout's Pro extension. And then it's going to tell you how much they're making per month. If it loads for me. Here we go. Yep. So you can see the estimated revenue right here to the right is $481,000 for this product. The other one is $200,000 for this product. And then it goes 200,000. They're making tons of, it's an insane amount of money. If we get out of this, I'm just going to show you there's only one competitor. Here's one competitor. So you sweep it in. You sweep your dirt in and it automatically sucks it up. It's pretty awesome if you have dogs or cats. One competitor, 2 competitor. I think this is a competitor, 3 competitor. That's it. There's no more competitors and they're all making $200,000 a month. If you launched a product like this, do you think you'd make money? There's like a 99% chance if your product is decent because they're selling it for $149. It's insane, right? But there's only 3 competitors and they're all the same brand. So just come up with a better brand. This looks like a spaceship. You could come up with something that looks nicer, right? And you could dominate the market. So the AMZScout really helps you. You can click on the product in AMZScout. Let's see. And then you can find the product on Alibaba. So this will help you find the manufacturer. That's what I love about this tool. You can also try to find it on Google and you can check the profit. So this is where AMZScout stands out. You have like everything you need right at your fingertips. Okay, we're going to go out of this. We're going to come back and present again. Thank you. Okay, so how many competitors are there? You want to be selling a product that has 10 competitors or less. If there's more than 10 competitors, you're going to be spending a lot more money and you're going to really have to think on how you're going to successfully sell. So I just showed you a product that only has 3 competitors. You're welcome. Only 3 competitors. It's pretty insane. And then, of course, now what's the next step? You need to find a manufacturer. Who's the manufacturer? Can we find a manufacturer that can remake this item? And again, I just showed you the find on Alibaba button. So you actually can click that with the AMZScout tool and find it on Alibaba. It does a reverse image search. So it goes through Alibaba. It searches every single image in Alibaba. Alibaba.com is where all of the manufacturers are. So you can find a lot of Chinese manufacturers that can make these devices. And the Chinese manufacturers, in my opinion, they're some of the best manufacturers in the world because they can remake pretty much anything. And I was able to find it. So I found it. This is it, literally. He swiped. It looks different, but it's the same device. Okay, he sweeps it in and it just sucks up all of the dust, the hair, everything that's on the floor. I want to buy it, and it's $58 a piece. So you could you could negotiate with them, of course, and get the price down lower. And then you could tell them, hey, I want it in white. I want it to look like this. So you can get your G sheet out and make columns to analyze your profit. So in the AMZScout, I know this picture's small, but you can, right now, the competitor is selling it for $199. That's their sell price. If we go back, it's selling for around $50, $58. We could probably negotiate and get it down to $50 a piece. If you put that in, it's a 50% profit margin. So every time you make a sale, you make $50. That's hard to beat. So, and plus you can price below your competitors. It's a really good product to sell. If your profit margin is above 30%, you're in a really good product. So I'm already giving you a checklist. You should be writing this down. Less than 10 competitors. The competitors are making more than $10,000 a month. Put it down on your profit sheet. Look at the Amazon. This is another tool. And again, 37% profit margin on here if you calculate all of the shipping fees and all of Amazon's fees. And of course, you can use the AMZScout Chrome extension, that profit calculator button, to do it really quick. And that way you can kind of see if it's not making if it's making less than 20% profit, just drop it, move on to the next product, because it's going to be a lot harder to make money long term. Again, 30% profit margin. If you go here, it says net margin all the way down at the bottom, 38%. Anything above 30% is very good. You're doing good. Anything above 40%, which you could probably get above, you could probably negotiate the product cost lower over time. But anything above 40% is phenomenal, where you could probably sell your company in a couple months. Again, once you have that G sheet, you want to find a product like the one I showed you, and you want to narrow. You don't want to just find one. You don't want to just find 2 winning products. You want to find 3 to 5 winners, because if you launch products in different categories, you're most likely going to have more success than just launching one product. Have like if you selling something that has to do with camping, so you have something for camping. You have a product that has to do with golfing. You have a vacuum, the portable vacuum that I just showed you, the touchless vacuum. You have 3 products in 3 completely different categories. Your chances of succeeding are much higher than just starting with one product, right? And then here's an example of a G sheet that you can make. You put the name of the product, column B, you put the monthly revenue, column C, you put the demand, you put the competition, right? I said less than 10 competitors. The one I showed you only had 3, and it's only technically one manufacturer. And you can put the Amazon link. You just create a list like this, and then you go through it, and then you'll notice, wow, this has a lot of potential. Here's one of our clients' products. Again, he's in HVAC. So we started to make HVAC products. This is one of the competitors, and we purchased the competitor. How did we make ours better, and everything in between? This is a G sheet that you're going to be getting at the end as well, a product research sheet, and it's questions to ask yourself. Does the product have more than 10 competitors? Does the product have a 25% or higher profit margin? This is going to make your chances of succeeding on Amazon so much easier. If you just don't write things down and you just hope it succeeds, it's most likely not. Because if you have a G sheet, it's going to help you a lot in the long term. There is a special offer at the end. There is going to be a special offer at the end, and I'm going to include a lot. Another thing you want to see is your product a seasonal product? So is it a seasonal product? One of my clients, they talked about, they wanted to launch a water gun. So it shoots water, it's fun, but it only really generates sales in the summer. So I told the client, I don't really like seasonal products because it only sells in the summer. I recommend that your first couple products, you do something that sells all year round. Everybody needs trash cans, right? Everybody gets headaches. Everybody wants to crochet, stuff like that. And then you can track the daily sales to see if it's a seasonal product. So there's a product tracker on AMZScout where it tells you the sales it's generating every single day. So today it's generating 5 sales, 10 sales. If you're tracking it for long enough, let's say you track it for 6 months, maybe you see a huge dip in sales. That's when you know, oh, this is a seasonal product, right? And maybe it's not the best idea to launch a seasonal product. And here's the tracker. So it says how much inventory it is, the average price, the average rank, the average daily sales, and the average daily revenue. So you can see if there's like a jump in sales or a reduction in sales. You can also use ChatGPT to find other products for free. I found this cool product. It's a touchless vacuum. Give me 15 other cool niche product ideas. So here's a portable UV sanitizer wand, a biodegradable phone case. It's not going to give you the best products, but it's going to get your creative juices flowing. You want to get your creativity going. Just thinking about new products is going to make it easier for you. AMZ has a keyword research tool that helps you find new product ideas. It also helps you find new keywords for your product. We're going to be going through that. And you can type in touchless vacuum. We're going to be going over this in a second, and you can see keywords. Let's go over the live demo for this really quick, because this one's cool with AMZScout. All right, so we went over this tool. Now we're going to go into AMZScout. This is included at the end as well if you were looking for a tool like this. But what you're going to do is go to keywords and listings, and you're going to go to Amazon keyword search. And we're going to type in that keyword. What is the product we found? It's the touchless vacuum. So you're literally just going to type in touchless vacuum and click find keywords. It shows you the keyword trend. So how are people typing this in? Is it like a trending keyword? And we're going to filter it. And you can see in green that these are the most trending keywords. So the first one is IVAC professional touchless vacuum. There's only 3 competitors, and this is our competitor. So it's okay. At least we know our competitor is ranking very high. It's a trending product. It's up 100% in the last month. Touchless vacuum trash can. That's what the product is. Touchless vacuum dustpan. This, if you know what a dustpan is, it's like this mini thing and you can sweep things into it. If you made your own, people are searching this up. They want a dustpan that has a vacuum attached to it where you can just click, you can press a button and then just sweep your dirt or your dog hair, your cat hair into this vacuum. That's another product idea. This would dominate the market because now you have an idea that nobody else has. You know the trash can's making sales. Yes, the dustpan's going to be even cheaper and it's going to make sales as well. And it's a trending keyword. Customers are typing this in. So this is a great way to, I would have never thought about this if I wasn't using AMZScout. So yeah, who wants a vacuum trash dustpan? Well, now I know people on Amazon are typing it in. So that's a quick review of that tool. My question to you is, if you put this in the chat, do you already have a product in mind, right? You don't have to put your product in there. Some people don't like sharing their products. It's okay to keep it private because people might steal your product. But what was the hardest part about finding your product, right? Have you done research to see how much money your competitors are making? Do you know how much competitors there are? These are questions you need to ask yourself before you say, I have the best idea ever. And someone looks on Amazon and was like, hey, man, you've got 40 competitors. You're like, oh, wait, maybe it's not the best idea. Cool. Find a manufacturer. So I showed you how to find a manufacturer, but that was only one. You need to reach out to 5 to 10 potential manufacturers on Alibaba, and you need to grade them, right? So show them the number one competitor's product on Amazon. So say, hey, here's the number one competitor. Can you remake this? Have you made this before? Right? And you need to rate them. So here's an example. Here's the manufacturer. You can look on Alibaba. This is the one I just showed you. Here it is. They're verified. When they're verified on Alibaba, that means they pay money on Alibaba to be verified. Alibaba actually comes to their manufacturing warehouse and makes sure they're legit. This is a legit manufacturer that's been in business for 15 years. So you can see, is this a legit manufacturer? Don't just stick with one. Message around, again, 5 to 10 different manufacturers, because you want to get the best price, right? And most of them can make the same quality. You want to get the best price. You want to make sure they're respectful to you. How quickly do they reply? Imagine they take a week to reply and something goes wrong with your product. They're not going to care. You want somebody that replies pretty quickly. And how well is their English? Can you understand them? If you can't, time to find another manufacturer, because if something bad happens or the product breaks, the customer has an issue, they're not going to be able to understand. You want to have a manufacturer that cares and can speak good English and is respectful. Here's a checklist you're going to be getting at the end. Does the manufacturer answer questions quickly? Is their grammar in English good? Basic things. And if you don't have this written down, I promise you're not going to remember it, right? As humans, we don't have the best memory. So write it down. And then time to do the test buy. You find a manufacturer, they say they can do it, you do a test buy. This is when you buy a sample from the manufacturer. You say, okay, you said you can do it. Let me buy a sample. Ship me a sample. They'll ship you a sample of that touchless vacuum. You buy the number one competitors on Amazon. Buy the number one competitors, then compare them. Is the manufacturer's better? Is it the same? Hopefully it's the same. And then you can tell you write down how you can make yours better. You want to take photos, measurements. Here, I looked at the negative reviews already for you. So here's a touchless vacuum, a negative review. Had to reorder. This one arrived with hair in the filter. It was used. So this person got a used vacuum. How do you solve that? You make sure that your product is vacuum sealed. Make sure it's vacuum sealed and it has the special tape on it that says it's been opened, right? It's called it's like evidence tape. You can look up the exact verbiage, but my clients use that on their packages, and we always vacuum seal it. So that way a customer never gets a used product. If a customer gets a used product, they're going to leave a negative review. So boom, you can already beat that one off the list. Oh, here we go. Tamper evident tape. That's the word I'm looking for. And make sure yours has instructions. People have instructions. They always have written instructions. But people like me, I don't like looking at the written instructions, right? I just want to know how to do it. Have video instructions as well. So go on YouTube, show them how to set up the product, and you're going to get so many better reviews, so much better reviews than if you didn't have video instructions, right? You want it to be so easy that a 10-year-old knows how to use your product. Don't forget the positive reviews. So sometimes the positive reviews, it says the downsides. So toddler loves to play with knobs and turn on it just because it had a chemical smell. Talk to your manufacturer. Can you have a special switch that it's hard for toddlers to use, right? Maybe a special lock. Make sure it doesn't have a chemical smell. Take measurements. Take photos of the product. Write down improvements, how you can make your product better than the competitors. Here's an example of an actual product for one of our clients. He sent it to me. I started taking measurements. I'm measuring it all, right? And then you're like looking at everything. What does the product manual say? What are the measurements of the box? Can we make our box smaller, right? Can we make it easier to open? Can we vacuum seal it? These are all questions. Is the competitor's box flimsy, right? You don't want a flimsy box that breaks while shipping. Really look in depth, really start to be an inventor. And then you create a list on things you can do to improve. So create a list of things you can do to improve your product. And then you ask say, here's my list, manufacturer. Can you do this? Right? And they'll ask questions. And if they say yes to most of them, then you know you can launch a product that's going to be better than your competitors. So sometimes I send the product to sometimes I buy the product, the #1 competitor on Amazon, and then I ship it to the manufacturer in China. And I say, hey, get your engineers to remake this. And every single time I do that, I know it costs more money, but every single time I do that, they always make the product way better than the competitors. Because in China, they have actual full-time engineers that do this. It's hard to just make something better by looking at a picture. But if you send them the actual product in the mail, I can guarantee they're going to make something good. That's once you narrow down the manufacturers. Here's another product that one of my clients tried to launch. It's against Navage. It clears out your nasal cavity with water. So we wrote down a list, and here's an example of a list. Theirs comes with saline packets. Theirs comes with a video instructions. It has written instructions. It has different levels, low, medium, high. It's adjustable, right? So you write down a list of what your competitor does and what your product can do to be better. And then once you have all that, the manufacturer says, yes, we can do this. You say, yippee, and you start creating a logo. It's time to make a brand because the manufacturer says they can do it. So once the manufacturer agrees they can create the new item, it's game time. It's time to get ready to launch. It's time to get excited. So you make your own logo. Here's a logo, IVAC. It's a touchless vacuum. That's their logo. Can you make yours better, right? IVAC. It doesn't have to do with the I, right? Can you make yours a little bit? It has vac in it though. So what can you do to make it better? Maybe hover vac, HOVER. So you just hover your hand over it and then it sucks all the stuff up. I think that's already better, right? I just made it up on the top of my head. Ask ChatGPT. Come up with a name where when they read it, they know exactly what the product is, if possible. Ensure the logo is related to your product. Short and sweet. Don't make it long if possible. Utilize trademarkia.com or fiverr.com to find trademark attorneys. This is the cheapest way to do it. Okay? You don't want to launch a product and you find out you copied someone's trademark. It's like the best product ever. And then you get like shut off on Amazon because you accidentally copied someone's trademark. It costs like $5 to do a research. Maybe 10. And then you create your listing. So after you're done, okay, you found it, you got the logo, time to create the listing. So you create your listing on Amazon, you optimize your title, your bullet points, right? Look at your competitors and ensure your brand name is on it. It's the same as your trademark. Here's an example of a really good listing, right? This is one of our clients. You need to, again, I love to use the 10-year-old example. If you put the product, the picture, just say, look at this picture. Do you know what it is? It's a trash bag. Yes, right? Do you know, by looking at the first words in the title, they should know exactly what your product is. Eco-friendly t-shirt grocery bag. A 10-year-old now knows what it is, right? If you put what it is at the end, it doesn't even have the brand name. Nobody cares about the brand name. Put the brand name at the end, put it somewhere else. You want it to know exactly what it is. And it tells you exactly what it includes. It includes 500 bags, 500 count. And then in the first bullet point, I put it's 100% biodegradable because that's what it is. I had that in the title as well. So again, this is a client's product. Make it easy. And then you create your listing. You need a UPC code or an FNSKU code. A UPC, if you ever go to the store, Walmart, or you go to your store, it has like a code on, they scan it. That's a UPC code. You need one of those. You can buy it from GS1. Just type in gs1.org. You're going to need one of those to create a listing. Create your listing early because sometimes Amazon removes your listing. So this happened to one of our clients. We always make a dummy listing. You make a dummy listing and you put all your keywords in. That way you're making sure Amazon might say, oh, you're not allowed to use this keyword, and they shut down your whole listing. So that way you can do it right the first time. Make a dummy listing on Amazon. That's a really good pro tip. And now we're in the final. These are just pro tips to help you succeed on Amazon. Number one is you can pay your vendors with credit cards. So a lot of times it's hard to start on Amazon because people want you to wire money and they want you to ACH the payment. And credit cards are like the safest way to pay because if something goes bad, you can dispute it, right? So you can pay your vendors with credit cards. That's how I started. And it's up to you depending on how much money, but it's a great way to start. Just pay with your credit card. And you can see all the fees. This is Melio.com, MelioPayments.com. And then a 0 APR credit card. If you get a 0 APR business credit card, it won't most of the one I'm going to show you some that don't show up on your credit statement. So it won't show up on your personal credit statement. That means if you have money on it, it's not going to affect your personal credit, and you won't have to pay it back for like 12 months. So these are called 0 APR credit cards. Do your research. Ask ChatGPT to explain to you what a 0 APR business credit card is. It's going to help you a lot on Amazon on buying your products. Here's some examples. You got Discover. You've got Wells Fargo. These are personal cards if you don't have a business. These ones are personal. I don't like personal cards, but if you have to, these are good ones to start with. And these ones are my favorite. These are the business credit cards. This one on the left, the American Express Business Cash, does not show up on your personal credit report. So you're good to go. And then you have the Chase Inc., which is also a good one. American Express is my favorite. When you create listings on Amazon, you want to add keywords behind it. So in the US, the second most spoken language is Spanish. So behind your listings, once you have everything set up, you can have hidden keywords that the customers can't see. So as you can see behind this image, you can put special characters that nobody can see. Amazon can see it. Go into Google Translate and translate your listing and put them in Spanish behind your listing. Now, not only are you targeting people that speak English, you're targeting people that also speak Spanish, and nobody does that, right? So you're automatically going to be getting all those Spanish customers that want touchless vacuums. And it does work. It works very well. That's another pro tip. And again, we're going to be talking about AccuLeaf. If you ever wanted to make $1 million, AccuLeaf did it. If AccuLeaf did it with a little, it's literally a clip. If AccuLeaf did it with a clip, you could literally find a product that could make $1 million as well. Crochet. So this is the Woobles. If you have a hobby on crocheting, or maybe you want to learn crocheting now, It's a good time to learn. You could make your own crochet kit. You have videos, how you started, how you make a crochet kit, make cute little animals. I've never seen adult products, right? Adult crochet stuff. It's all geared towards kids. Maybe you could have something that's more towards adults, right? If you like crochet or something more complicated. Radiate. It's literally a portable campfire. These are things that people can just randomly come up with. Great ideas that became successful. And again, thinking back to your personal goal. Have you figured out your personal goal? What is your goal? What wakes you up in the morning? Why do you want to sell on Amazon? Yes, you want the money. Maybe you want a Lamborghini, but what's bigger than that, right? Time. You can't make more time. So do you want to have more time to spend with loved ones? Do you want to have more time to travel the world? What do you want out of this? And realize that it really only takes one product to change your life. And remember, throughout this, my goal is to help you succeed. If I don't help you succeed, then I'm not doing justice. There's no point of me being here. I want you to succeed. I want to see people to succeed. If you message me offline, I'm here to help. AMZScout, they have awesome tools that are here to help you. And the best part is most of us have family and friends that can help you. When I first started I Spy Pens, it wasn't just me. You saw I had a little mini team. Have friends that want to help you. You can work together, put your income together so you can afford to do this. If you show them the numbers, it's pretty easy to convince somebody. And if you do the research, and I go in front of a friend, I said, look at all these numbers. I did all this research. They're going to be like, I want to do this. And then you can get people to help you, and together you can create something big. It shouldn't just be you. It's a lot harder just to do something by yourself initially. So are you going to let the moment slip by, or are you going to double down? So double down on Amazon to have more time with family and friends, ability to travel the world, ability to improve your health, ability to improve your happiness, right? As a team, are you going to double down, or are you going to let this moment slide and never sell on Amazon? Is your product not doing good and you want it to do better? This is your time to double down. Join us to make it real for you. So what you're going to get is 450 value is an individual 40-minute call. And that's a personalized call with me and my team because everybody's different. Are you having a hard time finding your product? We can help you find a product. Are you having a hard time with each step? Do you not know how to do design? We can help you with design. What do you need to succeed on Amazon? That's the main goal. Next is we're going to be doing 2 more live group sessions. I haven't talked about how to do a trademark. I don't hire attorneys. I know how to do the trademark myself. So I'm happy to show you how to do a trademark yourself. So how do you do a trademark yourself? What are all the sheets I use for product research and valuation? How do you do brand registry approval? Patent checks. How do you check if it has a patent, right? I saw a product, my client wanted it. It had a patent on it. And if we launched that product, we would have gotten shut down right away. So I did my due diligence. We made a dummy listing. We did a patent search. We did a trademark search. How do you do that for as cheap as possible? Pennies on the dollar. Don't pay a U.S. attorney or you're going to waste all your money. How do you do it for cheap? And ensuring that product doesn't violate any patents. And how do you make a how to order doc? You want to make a document that you give to your manufacturer, and it tells them all the steps on how to order, how to create your product, how to sell your product. And then, of course, once you have your own product and you have those steps written down, the second training session that we're going to offer is helping you grow on Amazon. It's time to launch. How do you launch on Amazon, and how do you do it right? How do you get those reviews? How do you get all that in the beginning? And I'm going to be showing you how to do that. That's what I specialize in. And of course, AMZScout. AMZScout's tools, as you could see, you're not going to know how much the competitors are making per month without AMZScout. They also help you find new keywords like the dustpan I showed you just from typing it in. I wouldn't have thought of that without AMZScout. They have the Pro extension, product database, product tracker, the reverse ASIN lookup. So reverse ASIN is when you put in your competitor's product, like the touchless vacuum. There's only one, technically 3 competitors, and it tells you every single keyword. It'll show you if they're using Spanish keywords. Are they using German keywords? Maybe more Germans are buying it. What keywords are they using behind the listing that you can't see? Then you could use those keywords as well on your listing. Make sure your listing is optimized. Amazon keyword search. This is what I showed you, so you can actually find trending products, and it shows you it helps you find trending keywords. So keywords people are searching for, right? Even if yours isn't a dustpan, you could put dustpan on the back end and rank for that. So that way you'll show up. Keyword tracker is your keywords. Are they getting seen on Amazon? Quick view. This helps you see how much money competitors are making on Amazon. Stock stats. You can look at IVAC. So IVAC is a competitor on Amazon. Again, how much do they have in stock? Do they have 1,000 units at Amazon? Do they have 2,000 units? You can see how much stock they have. So that way, you know, you're like, oh, they have like 500 units. So you don't want to order more than 500 units. You want to have less than them to start. You don't want to order too much. Amazon drop shipping, arbitrage, and wholesale extension. So this is a great idea if you wanted to do wholesale. I mentioned drop shipping might not be the best idea, but you can totally do wholesale, like reselling Nike or reselling Adidas products. I don't specialize in it, but it's a great tool to have if you did want to go down that route. AI listing builder. AI helps. So initially starting your listing, making it easy to understand, AI helps with grammar and spelling. So that's another great tool that AMZScout offers. Here's the Pro extension. This is the one that we already went through that literally shows you how much money they're making per month. My favorite part about this is the find on Alibaba button. So you can find it on Alibaba, and the profit calculator. So you can see exactly how much profit you could potentially make. It makes life so much easier with this type of tool. I use these tools every day. So if you don't use the tools, it's going to be a lot harder for you to find a product. AMZScout's Pro extension. So here's the Pro extension. It's affordable and trustworthy suppliers from the US and China with ease. So you can type in China and you can it'll show you the suppliers on Alibaba. So this is another, I didn't show this in this video, but this is a really fast way, again, to find verified manufacturers. Also in the US. So if you wanted it to be made in the US, which is a lot harder to find US manufacturers. Also, monthly estimated sales, your profit calculator, how many reviews the competitors have, all the fees, the lowest selling price, listing quality analysis, main product keywords, and BSR. Again, it has the product database. So we went through this where we typed in the vacuum and we saw the actual dustpan item. AMZ keyword search. I already talked about the reverse ASIN tool. So the reverse ASIN is the picture at the bottom where you can put in your competitor. Each competitor has like their own code. They call it an ASIN. It's pretty much like its own code. Each one has its own code. You put in that code and it shows you exactly what keywords they're ranking for. Like this one is cat shaver, dog trimmer. This must be a dog product, the vacuum for the dogs. So you can see exactly what they're ranking for, their estimated search volume. So keywords that you want in there. If it's making if it has 8,000 searches, you're going to probably want it on your listing. Your title is going to rank the highest, and then it's going to be your bullet points. Then it's going to be your description. So if the keyword's in the title, you're going to be seen for it. And here's the AI listing builder. Again, this is a newer tool. AI is new and it's advanced. It really helps. You can put in your competitor. So you can put in your competitor and it's going to push out everything your competitor has in the title, the bullet points, the description. That way you have everything written down, and then you can put your keywords in there that you want to rank for, or the benefits that makes your product better, right? Maybe yours is ours is vacuum sealed, right? It has tamper evident seals on it, and it's going to write that in to the bullet points, the description, the title for you. And the grammar is going to be perfect. The spelling is going to be perfect. And then you just need to triple check it, of course, because it is a robot. AMZ Scouts Insights. So you're going to even receive the top 1% products selected by AI out of millions of items on Amazon. So AMZ Scout, they actually give you products that you could sell. They use AI and it helps find the most trending products. This is just going to help you even more. And then you also get a monthly Amazon trends report. So you can see what's trending right now. Maybe outdoors products are trending. So you know, Radiate Campfire, the one that I showed you, that could be a good product. Can you think of anything that has to do with that, right? Maybe roasting marshmallows, an add-on product. And then AMZ Scout bonuses. So the top secret 3 top products for Q3 2024. These are insider picks that AMZ Scout picked themselves. So good product ideas to get your juices flowing. And then AMZ Scout bonuses. So efficient supplier communication pack. This is super important. So how do you negotiate with your supplier? How do you get better pricing? I told you, you can negotiate and get better pricing with your supplier. But do you know how? Do you know what to say where they're like, oh, this is a professional. Let's give them better pricing, right? How do you get reviews? Reviews are one of the most, other than your product, reviews are one of the most important things. If you have negative reviews, nobody's going to want to buy your product. How do you get reviews? How do you get positive reviews? And how do you mitigate the negative reviews? List of lower risk ungating Amazon categories for beginners. This is where I talked about making the dummy listing because your listing might be gated. So that's why you make a dummy listing before you actually buy from the manufacturer. This is going to tell you how to get around a lot of the gating on Amazon. Gating means you pretty much can't sell it. Amazon will shut you down. How do you get around that? And this is from me and my team. We're going to be doing a free listing audit. So again, this is part of the package. If you wanted us to learn and check out your listing, how can you improve your listing? Maybe it's the first image. Maybe it's a secondary image. I'm going to go behind your listing and look at your top competitors. I'm going to turn everything into Spanish and see what can you do to help improve your sales. Pretty much. I'm going to go through everything. This is an exclusive bonus that AMZ offers. It's a one-on-one free consultation with a tax and LLC expert. I'm not good at taxes. I'm good at sales. This isn't my expertise. So this is something that's really good. If you ask me tax questions, I'm going to hide in the corner. So you need to figure out who is a tax expert that you can work with. I can give you recommendations on people who are good at taxes, but that's not what I specialize in. So this would be a great option as well. And these are some extra bonuses that I'm giving as well. Manufacturer research checklist, product research checklist, copy of steps to launch on Amazon, and of course your Amazon suspension guide. The Amazon suspension guide actually goes over exactly what I said to get clients approved and reinstated on Amazon. It's a really good cheat sheet. The steps to launch on Amazon is something that you're going to need each and every, it goes through every single step. In this video, I only went through a couple steps. Product research checklist. I showed you an example, and the manufacturer research checklist, I showed you a screenshot during this call. And then here's AMZScout's reviews. They have one of the best reviews in the game. So they love the plugin. Great tool for researching products on. I mean, you can look for yourself. You can Google it yourself. The tools speak for themselves. They offer a lot. Act today, win it tomorrow. So here's the deal. We're offering the 2 live group sessions with EHP, the individual 40-minute call, the listing audit. I think in one more slide, we're going to be going over the sale, or there's going to be a huge sale. Lower risk ungating Amazon categories list, how to review guide, efficient supplier. It's literally giving you everything. You're getting AMZScout. You're getting free calls with me where I go over and have a 40-minute call with you. And then you have 2 group sessions. We can make sure you're finding the correct product and launching it on Amazon. And then there's checklists and bonuses that we're giving you that I made myself because they work. So you're getting a lot of this. Right now, it's a $2,000 value plus almost $4,000 worth of bonuses. A lot of stuff has went into this, and I put a lot of effort into this, and so has AMZScout, to make sure this deal is worth it for you. So right now, it is $699 for all of this. It's just one payment, and you can scan, but you can also split it into 4 payments. You can see in the chat as well at the top, they put the links so you can buy it. And again, when I first started, I worked as a team. So if you have friends or family that want to help you split this, or you can, I didn't have the option to split it into 4 payments when I started on Amazon. So I did invest in a course the first time I sold on Amazon. I never had live sessions. I wish I did have live sessions so I could talk with somebody who's already been there and already done that, because it helps you jump through and find your first product and win very quickly, especially if you know they're going to be around, they're kind, they're nice, they're respectful, and they actually care. So a lot of stuff is right here. So feel free to scan and pay. Again, there's a link, or you can go to amzscout.net/get/mentor-Josh. That's me. I'm Josh. And so only for the USA, you can purchase this bundle using the buy now, pay later payment method for 4 interest payments. So AMZScout helped with this with Klarna, and you can space it out into 4 separate payments, which is really awesome. So again, there's a lot of different things that you can do with this, and AMZScout is something that they have 4 Chrome extensions that I use on a regular basis. And on top of this, you can get a refund. So if you don't like this tool, if you found a better tool, which I haven't found yet, please let me know. There's a refund. So after 10 days of paying, you can get all of your money back. For any questions on refund, contact support at amzscout.net. AMZScout has been so nice to me. They've been messaging me instantly. They are very good at communication. They're not going to take your money and be like, they're going to help you. And here's the thing I want you to succeed on. If we go through this and you pay that money and you don't succeed, I want you to message me personally, and I will help you find a product and launch it on Amazon personally. This is what I do. This is what I love. I enjoy this. I just shared with you the vacuum that I found in one day that only had 3 competitors. Yes, there's so many products you can launch on Amazon. I've done it. You can do it. And if you have AMZScout's tools, then it's much easier for you to do this on Amazon. And of course, there's a refund guarantee. So in 10 days, if you don't like it, you change your mind, maybe your friends are like, I don't believe in you, you can always get a refund and then convince them later. I don't know how long this $6.99 price is going to be around. It might be taken off after this webinar. It's up to AMZScout. But yeah, this is all it is right now. And now I'm going to go through some questions. I know you guys asked some questions at the beginning, and when you signed up, there was questions. So I'm going to be going through those questions now. So somebody asked how we can launch our brand on Amazon and also connect with the largest brands. It really comes down to, you don't have to be the largest brand on Amazon to succeed, right? If you have 3 competitors or 2 competitors and you launch a brand on Amazon and you test, the customer doesn't care. They just want the best product. If they see that yours is better, yours could be a couple bucks cheaper, you'll win. You will win in the long run. So making sure you have the right product and you purchase your competitor's product, that's another good option. Somebody said, can you please guide me why my books are blocked? My books are low. So someone got their listing blocked on Amazon. This happens all the time. This is why you make a dummy listing. So make a dummy listing. Also, AMZScout, it offers the low risk ungated Amazon category list. This is how you can ungate your category if it is gated. We also specialize in getting your listing reinstated. It's probably a keyword. I could look at it and probably get it reinstated for you in 7 days or less, but I could double check. I'm new to Amazon KDP. KDP is Kindle Direct Publishing. That's where you publish your own book. That is a more difficult niche because so many people write books. Can I publish summary books on my account as a non-writer? You can, if you wanted to write your own book as a non-writer, you can now with AI tools. So the first thing you want to do is do a competitor analysis and then find what books are popular right now. I can, on the top of my head, I can say with certainty that cryptocurrency is very popular. So if you know about cryptocurrency and you can use AI to write your own book, that's a good niche. My question is, how much money is needed to earn money on Amazon? So how much money do you need? If you don't have money right now, that's where the friends come in. Try to have friends or family that believe in you and help you at least with this first step. If you're like, hey, look, I want to completely start from scratch. Start selling things in your house. That's my recommendation. If you have stuff in your house that you don't use, start selling it. And that way you can get some practice in. I know you're going to like sell your stuff, but that's a good way to get started if you don't have any money. That's how I honestly started. So I just sold all my stuff. And then you can buy it back once you start making money. And let's see any of this. Okay, let's go all the way to the top. I can't get my images as good as my competitors. That's a lot of Photoshop. So if you have a friend, or if you're in college or you go to a college and you go to like the design class, you can probably get into a free class. They will teach you design. You can also go on YouTube and work on Photoshop. I really recommend Photoshop skills, basic Photoshop skills. They'll teach you editing, and it's going to help you as well. If that doesn't work, there's Fiverr. And then right now on my team, I have my own designer, and that's all I do is design. But you can look on Fiverr, or there's definitely people that can help you. Finding a product's hard. I showed you tools. Visibility to reach target market. So Amazon, you need to know the basics of Amazon PPC. So there's Facebook ads. When someone's on Facebook, they're scrolling and then they see, oh, here's somebody selling me something. And I get annoyed because on Facebook, you're looking to connect, right? So Facebook ads are hard. Amazon ads are so easy because everybody's ready to buy. They're on Amazon to buy something. So if they're scrolling and if you use AMZScouts and you can see what keywords you saw people are typing in the automatic dustless dustpan, the automatic vacuum dustpan, and you were targeting that keyword, there's no competitors that have that. And if your listing pops up and yours actually does something like that, they're going to click on it and they're going to buy it. So it's just about knowing the basics of Amazon PPC, which is a lot easier. You don't have to make a video like Facebook ads. It's very, very easy, and people are already ready to buy. I'm totally new to Amazon and studying about it. It's up to you if you wanted to take the jump on Amazon. Okay, I'm gonna look at the Q&A. How much does it cost to get started? I mentioned if depending on the product, $5,000 to $10,000 in total, right? But if you start with something smaller like a gag gift, right? You could probably start with something as low as $1,000 to get started. I think my first product, it was $600 to get started. But once I invested a little bit more, it was a lot easier to succeed. And that's to actually buy the product and like start your own brand from scratch. Do you recommend selling seasonal products such as water guns for summer or holiday themed products? I don't like either of those. I don't like water guns. Anything seasonal, I don't really like. It's nice when you wake up and it's like August or it's September or it's January, it's March, and you're still making the same amount of sales, right? You saw the Woobles, the crochet kits, they're making money all year round. AccuLeaf, everybody gets headaches, right? So that's a good product that you can get. I have a prototype made. It's not finished, but can I sell it on Amazon? I wouldn't recommend selling it unless it's finished. This is the time where you can you find a manufacturer in China, you send them your prototype. They have engineers that will work on your product for free. and they'll finalize it for you. Can you help for the EU market? Yes. So we usually start in the US because that's where the most money is, in my professional opinion. And then we expand you to the EU. Amazon.co.uk, then Amazon.fr, France, Amazon.de, Germany. So that's something that we can help with. Definitely. EU is the second best, in my opinion. For the top 3 products in AMZScout bonus, are they sending the info to thousands of people, right? I believe so. I believe they are. But that being said, it's really to get your creativity going, right? Trying to get those creativity and just thinking about it and finding the different products. I would recommend to use the strategies that I showed you in today's video and just utilize theirs just so you can see what's trending. Hey, Josh. Great and admirable webinar. Thank you so much. My product ran into some delays, complications. Order 200 units, 25 by air. Good. 150 by sea. Great strategy. The bridge collapsing last month. They made my product go to another warehouse. 15 units available for sale. We have to wait for the rest. Should I do my review sales right now or wait until all units are in? I'm afraid that with the little product available, 15 units, I would wait. I would say I would wait. You need at least 30 units. You need at least 30 units. That's a good question. When you talk about 5 to 10K to start out, is that per product because you suggest launching 3? You can make it for I would say for 3 products, it's going to be closer to 10K. So 3 products is going to be closer to 10K. That's a good question. So 3 products. So what is that? 3 divided by, what is it? 3? It's about 3,000 per product. But again, that's up to you, right? If you're launching a refrigerator, that's going to be a lot more expensive than launching something. I keep saying a gag gift because I'm trying to think of a cheaper product than a gag gift on the top of my head. And the only thing I can think of is the crochet kit. It's literally yarn, and they created a video. It cost them $2 to make. So if you have a product that's $2, it's going to cost you like $500 to get started. So it really depends on the product. It's harder to find cheaper products to start with, but it's totally doable. So I could definitely help with that. So the crochet kits are not, you can't patent crochet kits. So some of the products you cannot patent. It's not legally, you're not legally able to patent yarn. You can patent the finalized kit, but you can't patent something to do DIY kits. You can't patent. So if you know about patents, there's a lot of stuff you can get around. It's extremely easy to get around a design patent. So if I have a patent, you've probably seen it with phones. Here's a Samsung. You could just change one thing about it and you can get around their patent. That's what iPhone does. That's what Samsung does. It's easy to get around design patents. If they have a utility patent, then it's very hard. But most people have design patents because design patents are a lot cheaper, and it only takes them like a year to get a design patent. To get a utility patent, it takes 4 years. It costs a lot more. So most competitors are only going to have design patents, and all you have to do is change a couple things and you're good to go. And I've done it plenty of times. As a strategy, does it make sense to focus on special products for special periods such as Halloween? You can. I don't like seasonal products. I'm just going to keep saying. Some people do. Some people, all they do is seasonal products and have one for each season, right? Like if I was doing a crochet kit, they did one that was just for Halloween. It was like a pumpkin. It did great for Halloween, but nobody's going to buy it for Christmas. They're penguin. They're penguin. They're buying it all year round. I would start with a product that you can buy all year round. Once you start making something, and it's making money, then you can start going into the seasonal products, but don't start with a seasonal product. How do you go about finding manufacturer for your product ideas? You just use I just showed you the tool on AMZScout, Alibaba. It does a reverse image search. Just type in on Google Alibaba reverse image search. And you just can copy your competitor's photo and it'll show you the manufacturers, or you type in something similar. What is the average turnaround time from having a product idea to actually getting sales on Amazon? On average, it takes 4 to 8 months. So if the manufacturer's in China, you have to get it from China to the US. And if you want it to be cheap, it's your first time. So if you ship it via sea, it takes longer. It takes like 45 days to get to the US, but it's super cheap. The shipping is so cheap where you're going to make money no matter what. But it takes an extra 45 days. So sometimes it takes six months to launch on Amazon. If the product is very technical, so for example, my eye doctor, he wants to do special eye drops. That's going to be we have to test it now. We have to test the eye drops. We got to really go in. That's going to take a lot longer because we don't want to go to market quick with that. If it's a crochet kit, it could probably take 3 months, right? If you know crochet, you do a quick crochet video. It looks cute. You say, hey, manufacturer, it needs yarn. It needs this picture. You could probably do it in 3 months. So it depends on the product, but I'm going to say on average 4 to 8 months to actually launch something. And if you think about the top competitors like iPhone or Samsung, they come out with a new phone every year. Like their main phone, it's every year. So it takes them technically probably 8 months to create a new phone. And then they have to come up with a marketing strategy and a launch strategy. And then they bring it. So it's 12 months total. So you can think about it like them. If it takes them 12 months, it's probably going to take us 12 months max. Yeah, so that's true. A lot of it comes down to there's so many products you could sell on Amazon, like that vacuum I just found. If I didn't share it with you guys, I don't know if there would be competitors still. I don't know how. I feel like they probably still wouldn't. I feel like for the next year, they're still not going to have competitors unless one of you guys jump on it or I jump on it. Even I'm doing reverse ASIN search. So there's so many niches that still are untapped. So that's why once you start becoming successful and stuff, you can start getting a patent. And then once they start competing with you, you just kick them off, right? You can get a, you're supposed to follow a patent before you make the product, but once you make the product, you can make a tiny change and you can get your own design patent. And if you get a utility patent, you're set for 20 years. So it depends on your product in your area. And a lot of people don't know how to communicate with the manufacturers, and they don't. Almost none of my clients will actually buy the competitor's product and test it out themselves at the number one competitor on Amazon and test it. They just believe the manufacturer and they launch it and it does terrible. So there's a lot of steps that people jump and they don't actually test the number one competitor. They don't take the time to do that and then they fail. So if you just cross your T's, dot your I's, it's a lot easier to dominate. You'll be surprised and if you're facing Chinese competitors, their English is very bad, and you'll see in their listing they have terrible directions. So if you take time to make video directions, nobody does video directions, I swear. All of my clients do, because I'm like, where's the video directions? And you have video directions, you're gonna have so many more reviews. I'm almost 99% certain that vacuum, it probably has negative reviews where people are like, I didn't know how to set it up properly. And if you had a video, it would have killed it. A lot of people don't want to do video. They just want to launch stuff quick. Guys, you must invest in yourself to be able to learn. Yeah, you have to invest in yourself initially, right? And again, this has a refund, so you can just get a refund in 10 days. So I always like doing the refund. So at least you have the option. And then you're also going to be doing a group chat with me. When I first started, I did buy a course. They didn't have any refunds and they didn't have any free group sessions. And then the guy disappeared. He disappeared from the earth. So I wasn't able to message him. Are you ready to get on board? Awesome. I studied the entire offer and it seems very exciting to me. I'm ready to get on board. Super exciting stuff. If anyone has any other questions, feel free to let me know. I'm going to talk about more products. Let me think of so another client's product. She loves birds. She loves hummingbirds. I didn't know how big hummingbirds were. She made her own hummingbird feeder, and it's doing $40,000 a month on Amazon. What the? Who would have thought? I don't know anything about. I don't even know if I've ever seen a hummingbird in real life. So the hummingbirds is a big thing, like bird watching, and she made her own special hummingbird feeder because I don't think they have legs, and it made $40,000 a month on Amazon once we got them launched. So that's another idea. If you like something, a lot of these products have potential. A lot of it's like the weird niche ones that are doing really good on Amazon. Another client sells a device that powers boats. It's called it's like an AC to DC converter. So it's an electricity converter, and they make $200,000 a month. I guess they know. I don't know boats. So I guess you need like a special converter. Same with RVs. You need special converters. And again, they just have a manufacturer in China. So a lot of different stuff. I agree with my Google Sheet. Chris has a G Sheet that has 70 or more profitable products. Niche score, it's sick. Bravo. Yeah, so you can have your own niche score. You grade your own item. How good is it going to be? Do we have the opportunity to watch this broadcast again? I could not watch the first part. It's up to AMZScout. I'm sure they are, because they're so nice and kind. Maybe they'll let me know, but most likely they will. I'm not 100% certain though. Oh, a replay of this webinar will be sent to you in 24 hours. So sweet. How about PPC? How do you do it? I wish I could, if I had enough time, I would show you how to do basic PPC. That can be on the live group session, how to do basic PPC. It's so easy. It's not like Facebook ads. It's not like TikTok ads where you gotta like dance and stuff. It's so easy where I could probably give you like a master course breakdown in an hour. You could also go on YouTube and type in Amazon PPC beginner course and probably get the beginner gist of it. But if you have a product, I can show you exactly how to do it within an hour. I just made the purchase in 4 payments, so now I can plan my budget without spending a large amount at once. I look forward to the calls. Thank you so much, Andy, for joining. I'm looking forward to the calls as well, so we can find you if you don't already have a product, we can find you a product that's not the touchless vacuum, because I shared that with everybody, but something that we don't share. Feeling more ready to start selling on Amazon with all these amazing tips. Awesome, Katie. Can't wait. You start. So, Chris, you mentioned on your PPC campaign, do you do automated or do you do manual only for budgeting purposes? So you start with automatic. You start with, if you don't know the product, let's just assume when you start a new brand, you don't know the product. Just assume you don't. Then you run automated PPC. You're going to run 4 different automated campaigns: a broad, a substitute, a close match, and then there's one more campaign on the top of my head. So you're going to run 4 different automatic campaigns, like $5 a day each. You're going to collect the keywords. Amazon's going to tell you what keywords are working, and then you make one winning keyword campaign. I call them winning keyword campaigns, and those are manual. And it's one keyword campaign, and they work. Nobody teaches that. Awesome, guys. I'm in Canada. Do you have the 4 payments option? AMZScout, if you want to see, or maybe they can try to see if they have the 4 payment option in Canada. I would assume, I'm hoping it will work. That would be awesome. And again, with this deal, I'm not going to be doing this again for a while just because I'm offering so much and it's a lot of my time. Because again, I showed you I have like 50 people on the team. We're doing a lot right now. But we are going to be doing this for you. It's going to be 2 live group sessions with EHP. And then after those group sessions, I'm going to be doing a individual 40-minute call with me and or an EHP specialist. So I'm going to be going through after you. Do you have any additions after the group call? These group calls are going to be going over everything else. We're also doing a free listing audit on your listing so we can see what we can do to improve your listing, right? With Radiate, it was as simple as the first image. One of my clients yesterday, we improved their first image and their sales doubled. I was like, really the first image? And the first image doubled their sales. But everybody sees the first image, so it was that easy. No, Josh, it is not. It says currently is only us. It's only US based. So right now, the 4 payment plan is only US based. Sorry about that. I think for everybody else, you'll have to pay the one-time completely upfront. Again, there is a refund. And you get all of AMZScout's tools. I believe you get their tools for a year. So that's a pretty awesome offer. You get all of their tools for at least a year. And you can use those tools for launching your. That's enough time to launch your own product and get started on Amazon with all of their tools. And then you can lower your risk with an ungated Amazon category list. And then the extra bonuses that I'm giving are the manufacturer research checklist. Super important. Product research checklist, copy of steps. Let's ask. Okay, let me see. Any more questions? Are there ongoing software fees if you buy this today? I don't do any software fees. I don't offer software. I'm happy to do extra calls with you guys after. The software, I believe after a year. I believe after a year, you may have to renew. And it should be, we can probably talk to AMZScout to give you another discount. So after a year, after 12 months. But that's enough time to launch your own product. At least find a winning product. I know there's no clear answer for this, but how should we reflect the cost of PPC campaigns to the product cost as a starter while searching a product? If you have low competition, like I showed you in today's video, the PPC costs are going to be so low. They're going to be so darn low. And I can give you an actual example. One of our clients wants to sell supplements. They want to sell supplements on Amazon, right? When you go into the store, you're faced with all of these supplements. You're faced with big brands. Big brands, they've got lots. They're facing 2,000 supplements. You're going to spend all of your money on PPC. That's why in the checklist, you look and you see how many competitors are there. If there's 2,000 supplements, you're done. You're going to need $200,000 to make money. But if you start with a product that's very niche, like the touchless vacuum, you're going to be spending a lot less. I would say, let's just do 10%. So the touchless vacuum, it was 38% profit margin. It should be around 28% profit margin with Amazon ads. And then you can slowly reduce your Amazon ads once you start generating sales. All right, guys, we got 5 more minutes. I've got 5 more minutes, and then we're going to end this webinar. Again, I really appreciate you all joining and being a part of this. I can't wait to see you guys after this. Again, I don't know how long this deal is going to be. It might be over after this webinar. I'm not going to be doing another webinar for quite some time. I will be doing another one, but probably not for the next 6 to 12 months, just because I'm going to be really busy. But we're going to be offering 2 live group sessions, individual 40-minute calls, and a lot of other good stuff. Okay. Last but not least, how long after you launch your first product should you look into your second and third? Great info. Look at 3 products at a time. Try to launch 3 at a time. If not, try to launch 2 at a time. Try not to launch 1 at a time. with our clients, we launch 3 at a time. And it's funny. The client's like, this product's going to do the best. And then one of the other products blasts off and takes all of the sales. And we're like, thank goodness we launched 3 products. And the 3 products are in completely different categories. One's in the summer category, one's in the outdoor category, one's for pets, right? Again, I don't like seasonal products, but that's an example. So you do something in completely different categories, your chances of success are much higher. And if it doesn't succeed, it's going to be very hard. If you have a good product, it's going to most likely succeed. But at least you know you tried your best. And if 3 products don't succeed, then it's like, wait, what did I do wrong? Because it's going to be very hard for you not to succeed. But try to do 3 products at the same time. And that's when you narrow down your list. If you really think you have one product that's a winner, you can go through with it. But yeah, it's just to help you succeed. And depending on your budget and depending on the budget of the product. And then while we end this, again, I'm going to think of another client that we manage. So again, what do people do on a daily basis? What do they need on a daily basis? What problems are you solving? Try to get your creativity juices flowing through TikTok. I gave you the hashtag TikTok made me buy it. And then also Shark Tank products. It's just getting your creativity, starting to think about products. If you don't make a G sheet, you won't succeed. In my professional opinion, make sure you make a G sheet and you're writing down your ideas, because you'll wake up in the middle of the night and you're like, I figured out this idea. If you don't write it down, you're going to forget. It's just how life is. 2 minutes, everybody, 120 seconds remaining. So on one of our new clients, they made a straw and you suck on the straw and it stops hiccups. So that's another cool product. It stops hiccups. You can look at, if you ever had hiccups, they're so annoying. And some people get more hiccups than others. So if you're solving a problem, we talked about headaches. One of our clients has that natural headache remedy. Now we're talking about hiccups. Then Radiate is more of an outdoor fun product. Crochet, a do-it-yourself product. And then we can dive into other areas. One of our clients, again, is an HVAC. I don't want to give away all of my clients' products because then they're going to get mad at me. So those are some of them. So I'm giving away some of the ones that are patented that you guys, it's going to be a lot harder for you to copy. But the vacuum, I didn't do a patent research on, just a heads up. But I'm sure there's a way to get around it if there is a patent. What percentage of product launches by your students are actually profitable? I would say around 33 to 40% are actual profitable. And that's why we launch. And I'm talking about launching the 3 products. So when you launch 3 products, usually only one is profitable. So what happens a lot of the time is once they launch a product on Amazon, one gets so profitable and it skyrockets and they run out of stock. And then they don't get back in stock for another 2 months. And then we have to start over with all the momentum. So an important thing about Amazon on your launch checklist is you need to talk to your manufacturer. You got to be like, right when we start selling, we need you to airship this in. So try to make sure that your product stays in stock and you have that communication with your manufacturer. So if you launch a product, one of them is going to be successful, I would say around like 80% of the time. That's a 33% success rate. If you launch 3 products, one of them is going to be profitable. And then 2 of them usually are not. That's just how it works. Usually 2 of them are not profitable. That's just usually how it works. And one of them wins. If you launch 5 products, then usually 2 of them are profitable. If you launch a product and you don't listen to me, and like you launch a supplement and I'm like, yo, like supplements aren't good. And they're like, I know supplements. And you still launch it anyway. I'm going to be honest with you and be like, look, this is all you. So we do have some clients that are like that. We probably know people. Thanks for all the info and talking time to answer questions. I really appreciate it. I think that's it for the day. I really appreciate you guys. And and if you signed up, I can't wait to see you and be a part of this so we can get your new product launched on Amazon, or double down on your product and see if it is a good product. Again, signing out. This is Josh Hackett with EHP Consulting Group. Have a great day, and let's succeed together. Talk to you soon.